live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, everybody. This is Laura. Thank you so much for tuning into the show where we have a couple of free kind of things for you, mediumship and messages, as well as healing. And we also provide you a way to jump to the top of the queue if you'd like. There is a website for the show which has the resources I'm about to delineate. That website is spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. And there's a couple of things that you might want to know about. One of them is that you can watch me in front of a camera live. I do a simultaneous broadcast to YouTube, which may be changing to Facebook. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with that. As well, if you want to jump into that webinar, you will get priority in the queue. It means I'll come to you first, but only after I've done other side connections and taking care of any people who made a donation of $8, which is the 8 no wait. If you have an urgent matter and just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. That's on Spirit Medium TV number 2. So on and so forth. So those are really the main things. Oh, there's one other thing. There's the 1, 2, 3 free. That's get a third more time in a private session with me, free. If you use an event code radio show when booking your appointment, and you can book your appointment at booklaura.com. Again, that is explained at spiritmediumtv.com, and that's item 4. The 1, 2, 3 free. 1, 2, 3 free. Okay, I'm trying to make it rhyme a little bit so kind of you'll remember it. But 1 to 3 means 1/3 or 1/3 more time free. So we're going to have a little focus subject, and I'm going to do a group message, and then I will go to the phone lines. And so today's focus God, I sound a little bit tongue-tied, don't I? Well, as usual, I'm as sleepy as sleepy could be. Now, last night when I was out dancing, I had tons of energy. Seems like I'm becoming nocturnal. Maybe it's because of my cat who has been waking me up in the middle of the night and doesn't let me sleep, or very, very early in the morning. Especially if I want to go out and I want to play, I need to sleep when it's time to sleep, but my little cat hasn't been letting me do that. So in any event, today's focus subject will be, I cannot come to the door right now. There's somebody at the door, and I don't know what this person wants or doesn't want. Excuse me, who is this? Right, I'm in the middle of the radio show. I'm in the radio show. Oh, God. Oh, you wouldn't believe what happened. My neighbor showed up to show me her Halloween wig. Oh, God. I only said I'm in the middle of the radio show, but anyway, a little bit of comic relief. I'll get to see her wig later. I can't believe it. She didn't quite understand what I meant by in the middle of the radio show. All right. Anyway, that's one claim to fame is to show up in the middle of somebody's radio show wearing your Halloween wig, which brings me to a nice subject, which is, what are you going as for Halloween? I'm going to be going as a cave woman, and she is going to be in the contest with me. We're 3 of us, my sister, myself, and I, are going to dress up as cave women. We all have these bizarre wigs and cave women outfits, and Halloween is approaching us, so it's a lot of fun. I always like Halloween a lot. Actually, it's a busy season for mediums and psychics. I did a seance this past Saturday night, private seance. And this Sunday, I'm going to be teaching a little mediumship class and another seance at Jamar's Enlightenment Center, which is in Palm Beach Gardens here in Southeast Florida. If you're interested in that, just go to my website, join my mailing list, and you'll be invited, or call me up. I have all my contact information here. SpiritMediumTV.com is a page on my website where you should be able to see that. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, yeah, the little focus subject, which is letting go and letting God. Now, some of you may have heard that I am doing what I call the joy experiment. The joy experiment for 30 days. 30 days to a life of miracles, 30 days to a life of bliss, 30 days to a life of joy. And basically what it means is that if you take time, well, the theory is, and I'm testing the theory, is that if you take time every day to do a little bit of internal focus on what you really want in life, really focus on that, you will find, and then add it into your life with an affirmation, with a mantra, perhaps even with prayer, you will find that things start coming to you. You start aligning, you start moving to a higher vibration. And it's my theory here that the reason we don't get what we want in life is because we're not focusing in on what we really want. We're focusing in on what we think we can get, what everybody else says is possible. You know, this whole idea of a miracle versus reality. So most people are focusing in on reality, or they're keeping up with the Joneses and what other people say they should have, and so on and so forth. And that's the glitch. Okay, that's the glitch behind the law of attraction and everything else. So in any event, I've written an article on letting go because I was kind of going through that one day, maybe last week, as I'm perusing or roaming through this journey to the miracle of joy. And one of the things that I did discover is prayer is extremely important once you're able to, because when you try to pray for something, you'll notice right away, it's like your litmus test of whether or not you really want it. If your heart's not in it, you ain't going to get it because spirit's not going to work with you. Your heart is your portal to your soul, if you think about it. Anyway, that's the theory. You can go there, go to my website, spiritmediumtv.com is a page on my website, and you can find that article. It's on the sidebar, Let Go, Let God. If you're listening to this at a future point in time, simply go to spiritmediumtv.com, and in the sidebar, which is now on the left of the website, but it could be on the right, depending on what I'm using as my template for the website. But right now it's on the left, and you go to the sidebar and you search for Let Go, Let God, and that article will come up. Okay, so basically I'm going to be taking people in a moment. On the phone lines, I just need to now do a group message. So everybody listening and everybody that's participating, if you please sit back, uncross your arms and legs, and start to breathe from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to get very relaxed, opening to spirit. Relaxing, opening to spirit, asking for spirit to come in, asking that your questions be answered today, that you receive a healing if you're needed. If you're wanting to connect with someone on the other side, that you ask that person or those people you would like to speak with would come in, have them sit down with you now. Imagine they're coming into the space you're in. While you do that, I will go off and invoke the Master Prayer. I'll be back in a second. And on your next exhale of breath, if you would please release into the space your energy, I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay. So one moment while I call in the entities, the spirit entities that will give us a message. We are here. We are the ones. We've come in to speak with all today about love. We always speak about love from various different perspectives. You see, love is the true glue of all things alive and not alive. Love is the universe, all things that exist. And so therefore we say to you, if you do not know what it is, this thing called love, you will find that you will have distractions and problems in your day-to-day life. You will not be able to achieve that which you care to achieve, and your experience in the astral plane of Earth will be more convoluted, more obstructed than it need be. So therefore, we always speak about love in some form or fashion. Today, we are going to speak about the portal to the spirit realm from the human realm on Earth. That portal is in the heart area, the chakra. That is how you feel. If you were to access this feeling place, at times it is also in the gut. If you were to access how you feel about things on a moment by moment basis, in a mindful way of living, you will find that you will be led more. Your feeling nature is your power place. It is extremely important and extremely relevant for day-to-day success in life. We will give you a simple and brief exercise at this moment so that you may touch it, taste it, feel it, and know it from this point forward. If you would please just close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself, what is the most important issue or thing in my life to myself right now? Sit and contemplate this. An answer usually will pop into your head, or a feeling. Pay attention to this. This is the seat of the soul. This is the seat of your power. What you know you want, what you feel you want, is definitely your token to success in accessing the spiritual realm, which brings to you omnipotence. Omnipotence to create miracles. The thing that you want the most, as we mentioned, is your key. But also you must ascertain whether or not it is truly what you want and not what you think you can have. So we will leave you with that thought today, to always indeed ask for what you want, but know what it is first, by taking time each day to test and think and feel what it is you truly do want. Then take steps to bring that into your life on a daily basis. Namaste. Okay, and so I'm going to go first to Andy, who's been waiting a long amount of time, and she's from area code 913. Hi, Andy.
Hi, Laura. Thanks for taking our call tonight.
Absolutely, my dear. My pleasure to hopefully be of service. And so what is it that we can do for you, Spirit and myself, today? What is your question?
My question is, my attorney is requesting some paperwork to the divorce, and my spouse is asking for extension, and I'm wondering why, if there's something going on.
Okay, let me see what we get here. Could you give me his initials, please? All right, let's see what comes in for him. Because it's going to be very expensive for him to go through the divorce. It's a stalling thing, as if he doesn't want it to happen. But I get you probably understand what I'm saying when I say this. He's very much, he doesn't think ahead. He acts in the moment. And right now is an avoidance technique so that he doesn't have to pay out what he needs to pay out. I get an urgency around money or surrounding money with him, as if he doesn't have money or he's lost money or he needs money or he'd like to get money. But he doesn't want to pay money. He doesn't want to lose money. And I get an avoidance around that, and as if he doesn't plan ahead. It's like, this is inevitable. Stalling won't change anything, you know, but all he does is he sort of does things in the moment, right? So that's the thing. I think you can probably understand that about this man, that he doesn't really take, he's just emotional in the moment, an avoidance technique, so that he doesn't have to go through with this. And I feel an urgency around money related to that. Would you understand that, please? Yeah. I also feel, even though it's going to sound a little bit weird, but he does care about you. He cares a lot about you. And I also feel him bleeding inside, hurting, crying inside. I hear him saying, it's my fault, I made this happen, I did the wrong things, I wish I knew how to change this. There's a lot of sadness in there. So it's another reason for the avoidance technique, because, well, let me just see that. Because it is inevitable. And I feel that there's no way you're going to change your mind. That you just don't, I feel that you're devoid of any kind of emotional connection to this person anymore, for whatever the reasons are, disappointments and so on. But mainly what I get is because you're very different from him. It's not to be even taken personally, but you're just a different kind of soulful person that he doesn't really understand, get, nor connect with. Would you understand that, please, Andy? Yeah. You're a very loving person, and you're sort of at a higher vibrational frequency. And in that situation, you tend to be drained versus complimented, if you will. So those are some reasons to explore, you know, but that's the main reason. I hope that that is helpful to you, Andy.
Thank you.
You're sure. Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to go to Catherine. I think you're from San Francisco, aren't you, Catherine? Catherine? Oh, she must have stepped away for a moment, so I'll come back to her later. Okay, I'm going to go to 860, who's been waiting a little bit of time. Hello, 860, and your name is? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, your name?
Hello?
Yes, what is your name?
Amla.
Hi, Amla. How you doing, sweetheart? Good, thank you. Thank you for asking. You missed something earlier. Did you hear that earlier? Did you hear what happened?
I just learned what happened.
I had a neighbor show up at my door. Okay, I'm in my living room on the show. Now she knew I was starting my radio show. And she showed up at my door, and I said to her, and everybody heard, I'm doing my radio show right now, I can't come to the door. So she says, oh, just come to the door and open it. So I figured, well, maybe it's an emergency, maybe somebody's dying or something. I go to the door. Yeah, I go to the door, I open it. She's wearing the Halloween wig she's going to wear on Halloween. I kid you not. In the middle of the show. Anyway, we have to make a joke out of it. It's by the way, it's a very funny wig, so that's good. Okay, on to you, Amla. I know. Thank you. All right, so what can we do for you today? What is your question, or do you want to do a healing, or what's going on?
It's actually something that I don't know why. Can you tell me about the purpose of special trauma? I don't know. And I'm wondering if you feel him having interest in you as well. Or it's like with the tiptoe thing going on.
No, that sounds like another tiptoe thing, huh? Sounds similar to the one you had before. Tiptoeing.
Yeah.
Could be a trend.
Yeah.
All right, let me see.
I know what's going on.
Give me the first. Let me get the first letter of his last name, please. Oh, Tom M. to Amla. Tom M. to Amla. Hold on one second. I don't feel he's really interested in you. I'm gonna find out why. He's not really caring about anyone these days. He does like you, but I think it's more his issue of what he wants to do with his life, where he's going. He's on a path of taking care of his needs right now, moving up the ladder financially, and also they say emotionally, trying to get somewhere in life. He's very smart. He's very creative. He's actually quite a creative genius, if you will. Very industrious in the use of his time, but he does like you. But I can't see he's wanting a relationship right now with you or anyone else. And he might even ask you to do something with him. I get a feeling that he will be asking you to accompany him somewhere, some entertainment venue or entertainment event, and that you would like it very much. But ultimately, underneath it all, I don't feel, and from what I'm hearing here, is that he doesn't really want a full-fledged relationship. So he's friendly. He's friendly, but but he's not looking for a relationship. They say you guys are saying you should get going on your own career right now and not focus so much on the needs of others around you. You will find that this is a time for new doors to open for you. You're really getting going now, and you really need to ride the wave of opportunity, because it seems like it's the time for you to get out there and ride, surf the wave, because new things are coming in for you. It's going to get really heated up in the near future, and you won't even have time for the near future to be involved with anyone. You'll be more involved with your work for a period of time. Then after that, looks like the early spring, there will be somebody coming into your life. Meanwhile, enjoy the people that do pop by. Tom seems like a fun guy to be.
Okay, that totally makes sense, because there are a lot of opportunities that are arising right now in the evening as far as
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm so happy for you, sweetheart. Thank you so much, love, for calling in tonight. Thank you, honey. Bye. Catherine, are you there? Okay, because I came to you before and you had gone. I don't know where you were. All right. You didn't hear me? You didn't hear me? I was calling your name. Okay. All right, darling. So let's go to you. I'm going to see what Spirit says. I know you're here for a healing. Let's see what Spirit.
It was just my birthday. I just had my birthday, so I need to do my things are healed already. Like it's a clear out of the year, and just to get rid of.
All right, let's see what we get for you. I'm going to approach it a little bit differently. I was looking at your energy centers, but this time I'm just going to ask a question silently, and we'll see what the answer is. There are a lot of things still that could be healed. However, you've done what you need to do at this point to move to the next level of healing. Because souls have many levels to heal on. Now, though, you're going to be actualizing your potential. You're going to be moving into new realms. People are going to be asking you for advice more, and asking you to hold their hand as they move through life crises, and they will need guidance. You will be giving them guidance. This is what you wanted all along. You now have access to this. However, as you move into it, which you've done all the healing on to get this going, then you will find new things are going to come out. New things will pop up. It's all good. So you've done the first level, which is great, because what you've done is, this is interesting, you've eradicated the baseline karma. When somebody, when somebody eradicates the baseline karma, then they get started on their purpose in life. Yeah, and then right, and then there are many different things that you can work on, because we as souls plan, different things. So you've done the first, you've gone from survival, or you've gone to the healing, you've done the baseline healing, and now you're going to be moving forward. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what's the next thing. Scarcity is no longer an issue for you. You have completely cleared that. Scarcity is gone. You
I
have,
think my childhood, so much of my parents and my childhood, I've done a lot of that.
Yes, you've done really good. Scarcity is no longer an issue, but there is something they're showing me. Let me just see what it is, love. But however,
yeah, I still question it. I've been questioning about it.
Well, what they're showing me is it seems to you that now that you've healed the baseline issues, the next thing that needs to happen is, this is a metaphor, is you need to be able to do something that seems fairly impossible by normal definition. That would be walk on water or do something that's miraculous. In other words, how do you pull a rabbit out of a hat? How do you do the work you're supposed to do? Is it going to work? Is it possible? Can you fully engage yourself in the creative work that you dream about? Will it be successful? Will you be able to do it? You know you can do it, but you still are not sure you can do it. So it's a kind of interesting dichotomy, because you think you can, you know you can, but you fear it. You know you can, but you fear it. So if somebody said, yeah. So like if somebody said to you, get out now, right? Get out of your house right now. Find a lake and walk on it. Okay? You say, get lost. You say get lost. What are you talking about? I can't walk on water. Nobody can. But Spirit is calling you to this. Spirit is calling you to this. And they want you to reframe it from impossible, like walking on water, to required, because it's what you really do. It's your essence of who you truly are, is to be this person that others come to for advice. And that you will have all the information, all the knowledge, all the wisdom will be there for you as needed. So you don't need to worry. Okay? And the first thing you need to do is to take that first step onto what you perceive as water, and you won't be falling, you won't drown, you won't fall into the pond, you will walk on water. But you need to go forward now. So don't paralyze yourself, just go forward. Okay, my dear? Can you see a person? Well, sure. Let's see what we get for you, love. And then I have to... No, I'll see. Let me just see what they say. Let me just see what they say, honey. You like getting out with people, they're telling me. Would you understand that? You're creative. You're very creative. You're a genius. So get out with people more. Do things from the heart that are truly sophisticated, learning oriented, but you're making them like as if you're conducting a workshop or something, and it's unique. And they're showing me you having a creative process that you will be teaching, so that when people do it, they actually are opening up their heart center and their dreams and their wants, like a garden. So it's like I see you with a creative exercise you bring into the workshop, and it's to open up the inner core of who you are, what you really want in life, and then from there you get clients. So that's the next step, to put together a workshop that will allow your creativity to express, of which there is magnificent amounts of creativity. It needs to be different. It needs to be unique. It needs to be you. And they show me you teaching people. It's so funny. It's kind of cute, like as if you teach them how to cut out the outline of a tulip. So it's kind of funny. So it's through some kind of like that. Some creative exercise you dream up and you use it in a workshop, and this will be bringing you people because you're opening up their heart center, what they really, really want in life. And then they start to come to you for work. Okay? Does that make sense to you, honey? I hope that does.
Yeah, it's great to hear from you progress,
Oh, thank you, sweetheart, and I appreciate you. Oh, by the way, since you're in the San Francisco Bay Area, right? what, I guess you're not in the fires and everything. It's north of you, those terrible fires.
Horrible. Yeah, the last 5 days were horrible. I'm safe. I mean, my health is fine. I can't go to Jordan, but it's not fine.
It must be true. It must be unbelievable. You know, I was in, you might have, I don't know if you heard, no, I don't think you were tuning in late, no, September. Here, you know, first we had the hurricane, what was it, Harvey that hit Houston, Irma that hit Florida. There was then there was Maria that hit Puerto Rico, but I was in the eye of the Irma one coming. And it was, I was so scared. And so at that point, I thought to myself, well, maybe I should move somewhere else. But it looks like every place you move, there's something. Every place you're going to move to, there's going to be something, right?
Yeah. I went to the city and I wanted to move there. I wanted to move to
Oh. It is absolutely crazy. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're safe, sweetheart. My prayers go with you. God blessing. Get out there. Get out there and do some workshops. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to area code 503, which has been waiting a while. Hello, area code 503. And your name is?
Mary.
Yes, Mary, you forgot your name. Okay. Mary, are you calling this evening, afternoon, or wherever you're calling from? Are you calling for a life question about your own life, or are you calling for an other side connection?
I just want some advice about career.
All right. So you're asking what your career is? What you should be doing? Okay. Yeah. I want you to just relax a little bit. Relax. And I'm going to use an archetype. I could do it another way, but lately I'm using this thing called archetypes. I want you to just breathe in and breathe out deeply, and I'd like you to think of a number that pops in your head, the first number from 1 through 10. That's 1, including up to 10. Tell me which one you pick up. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing before I look up the definitions. That makes so much sense. 7 is a revolutionary person. It's an archetype, a Jungian archetype, like what your soul's about. It's a revolutionary rebel, okay? But I got for you the number 4, which is the caregiver nurturer. And I'm gonna now go to Spirit and check something out. 953. You have, see, I think you do have a sense that you want to do something that's different. You want to do something that's important. And I think but on the other hand, you have a conflict within you, and that is this caregiver nurturer role has been thrust upon you. I don't think you chose it, at least not consciously. And so you're embroiled in this thing of, well, I'm always being burdened by other people's wants and needs. I never get around to really do something important. Would that make sense to you, please, Mary? All right. Now we're going to go. Go ahead. What are you going to say? What I'm channeling, yeah, I'm channeling St. Ignatius Loyola for over 30. That was my master guide. He is my master guide. But when I started, I don't know why we're popping into this story now. We're trying to work on you, but I'll come back to you in a second. But I started to channel St. Ignatius Loyola way back when, over 30 years ago, and I got the name and everything, and thinking, what would St. Ignatius Loyola have to do with me? And then when I started to do more healing work recently, I found out that the master entity to John of God is St. Ignatius Loyola. And I kind of work very similarly to the guides come in, and they work the same way with my clients and healing sessions that John of God's guides work with somebody he's healed after he does his psychic healing. They go back to a hotel room or they go back somewhere and they're supposed to be alone for 24 hours and then the guides come in. So I have a very similar charter in terms of healing work. Now, is there a reason for you asking that question?
Well, I'm just reading a book on it, on John of God.
All right.
And I think that's really,
Yeah, absolutely. You ordered some herbs from John of God or for somebody who was ill? Is that what you were saying? Is that what you said? This is a, yeah, I understand that. Well, who is this? Who's the man? I didn't hear who the one who was. What's the relationship of this person that you tried to heal with the John of God's healing herbs? Who was it? Your husband? Okay. Oh, God bless. Well, you know, it's interesting enough. Wayne Dyer, who passed away of leukemia, did this similar thing with John of God. He didn't go to Brazil. He had somebody go to Brazil for him. And they got healing herbs and all that other stuff, and it was used by Wayne Dyer for his healing of leukemia, which they claim he was healed of leukemia, but he still passed away in his 70s. Anyway, let's go on to you, sweetheart, and your work. So you see how you've been nurturing somebody. That was a caretaker role. That would have been your husband. But underneath it all, you want to do more. You want to do something revolutionary. Maybe you have a feeling that you want to be a healer like this. But I'm going to go to another level now and work with you a little differently. And then I need to move on to some other calls because the lines are full. So let me just go to Mary and her true calling. What is it, please? You're a lover and a healer of hearts. You're supposed to be working with people on a healing level. You're supposed to be opening up what they need to do in their life, like a counselor almost, with their own health and their own healing. That's why you're fascinated by all of this. You are going to be opening up doors for yourself to get more into healing work in the near future. Do not think that any of these circumstances were there without reason. Your soul set up all these experiences so you would learn and experience this and then move forward with it. You do have healing gifts, which is something that you're wondering about on a regular basis. You're thinking, would I have healing? Can I do healing? Is healing in my hands? Because I know I'm a very nurturing person. I know I'm a very loving person, but I'm really not quite sure if I have any gifts whatsoever. And man, wouldn't it be great if I did? So Spirit is saying that you do, and that you can move forward with this in a practical way. You don't have to necessarily go out and become a John of God, wannabe or look-alike or anything like that. You don't necessarily need to, walk on water or anything. But what you do need to do is get a little bit more familiar with your wanting to do something revolutionary, different, that has to do with nurturing. So you blend the two of being the nurturer with also being a person who makes grand strides in their own life, does something new, something revolutionary. So you can do something small scale on this, you can do something big scale on this, but the first step is to do something. And if you've been thinking at all of taking any kind of healing work, energy healing or anything, that might be a very good first step. Have you done anything like that, Mary?
yes.
Oh, how interesting. Sure. Wow, that's fantastic. I love that. Wow. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. I want to add into that you might want to look into some energy healing too. Perhaps, unless that was in the doula thing where maybe they implant some kind of channeling of energy to make the transition easier for the soul releasing from the body. That sounds like something very interesting. I might be even interested in that. An end-of-life doula. Wow. So go ahead now. That's what you're supposed to be doing, something where you're using healing gifts, honey, to help people. This way you blend the underlying principle of who you are, which is the nurture, lover, loving type, to this sense that you want to do something with it that's revolutionary, that really, really is revolutionary, like a John of God. Again, you can do it your own way. Don't be intimidated by thinking, oh, I can't do a John of God thing. I'm not running around doing psychic healing, you know, psychic surgery. I can't put my hands into somebody's body and, you know, all that. But you can do what you can do, and you're being told that you should do that. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, my dear? Thank you. Thank you, love. Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, I am now going to go to 11111111. Hi, what's your name? Hello? Do we have a person at the end of this line? Hello? Well, whoever it is must have stepped away for a moment. I will let them go back into the queue, and I will see who this person is. I'm not sure if I opened up this line yet. Hello, this is Laura. Have I spoken with you yet tonight? Hello? Yes, your name is? Hey, Kayla, how are you this evening? I'm doing great, love. And what can Spirit do for you this evening, honey? Oh. Wow. All right, let's see if we can get some answers for you, Kayla. Oh, really, Spirit? Kayla, do you work in a healing capacity, healing work professionally, like something to do with medicine or healing people? What do you do for a living, love? Okay, no, not that then. Okay. I think that you're supposed to. You do work with crystals? Okay. Because they said you're a very gifted healer, and then I get the feeling of almost like a nurse or something. I think you're supposed to be waking up your gifts. I think that's what's going on. Kayla, 916. I'm going to give you more information. Specific. Yeah, you've been activating yourself, love. You've been going through a spiritual activation system. And you should be aware of this because it would be something you would have knowingly or have tried to do. They're telling me you're actually going through a light activation system right now. You're agreeing, okay, good. And that this is what's causing this. Yeah, well, if you're going to take spiritual supplements, like a light activation system, you're going to have reactions. And it's good stuff. It's not bad stuff. And you are activating your gifts. You're activating them more and more and more and more, and you're being able to see more and more, and you will know more and more if you do this. You're not in a slump. You are actually in a consolidation period or a recharging period. Maybe you could say it a different way. Your soul wanted you to do this, so it pulled back a little bit to really, really get the juice going for you. You will be opening new doors for yourself with this light gift that you have, this healing light gift that you have, channeling energy, using the crystals, all that. And it will work for you, by the way. It will work for you. You will be opening up doors for yourself this way. Now, let me just see how the landscape architecture works with this, because it doesn't have to be separate. One thing can work with the other, where you can incorporate aspects of your healing gifts into your architecture. Let me just see something. Is she supposed to be doing something like that, please? Huh. Well, you could do that if you want, for certain clients, if you were to appeal to certain kind of clients, that there could be something in the landscaping that is an activation system or energy vortex or working with energy. And the way that you would place things could have like a feng shui effect, if you will, so that you are opening up energy systems within the architecture. This actually could be quite lucrative for you, and you have thought of it before, and that you should finalize that or go through with that, because it will work for you. It will be another part of your business that you can do on your own. You don't have to do it with anyone else, and it would be a lot of fun for you and extremely creative and instinctive, if you will, and you can start tapping into your intuitive gifts and your energy gifts. I hope that this makes sense to you and excites you, because it's exciting to me. I didn't quite understand. I didn't quite understand what you said. I heard you say you want me to check the other side, but then you said something losses. In front of the word losses, what did you say? Dear losses. Okay. Let me just go to that. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh, your name again is Shayla, you said? Kayla. Okay, Kayla. There is a mother figure for you. And also I see a male to you that doesn't, it seems more of lateral to you or a little bit younger than you. Would you like me to go in either of those directions? Choose a direction, please. All right. She's a very feeling person, very loving person, very kind individual as well. Very much like you in many aspects, many ways. I'm going to see if she wants to give me a visual on her. I just have the lightest touch to her at the moment. I don't see her completely. Let me get her more information. She seems to have, she shows me luxurious hair, long hair. And I don't know if that's her hair or your hair, but I think it's her hair, maybe when she was younger, when she would have had an auburnish thing and it was long and had some wave to it. Would you know that for your mother figure, please? Just have significance to you, please. All right. Your grandmother, and she had like an auburn kind of tint to the hair with a bit of a wave to it. And it was long and luxurious when she was young. She also shows me she has a problem in the chest area, a heart problem. And that would be the reason for the transition. Would you understand that there's a heart-related issue here of cardiovascular? Okay, well, there you go. You got your validation there. She's a very loving individual. She loves you very much, as if you were her own child, her own daughter. She says you look very much like her too, and she says Grammy or Granny or something like that. I guess that might have been maybe how you addressed her. I don't know. All I know is what I'm getting. See, I don't interpret. I just give you what I'm getting. She says you're a bit taller though. She says you're a lot leaner and taller than I was. And she says, but you're quite statuesque and quite a good looking young lady. She loves you with all her heart. And she wants to send the best to you. She asks that you would take better care of your health these days without getting all that stuff going on. I want to find out what she means by that. All that stuff going on between your head and your heart and breaking up right now and all this stuff going on in your life. You're having a lot of emotional turmoil in your life right now. She wishes that you would move through that more smoothly. She's with you 100% of the way, and she feels that you have made good decisions in matters of the heart, the emotional stuff she's talking about, and that you will get started on a new life soon. She says the lucid dreams and waking up has nothing to do with this. It's a different thing. She says this is matters of the emotional heart of you breaking up with someone. Would you understand that, Kayla? She sends you a lot of love for your healing, and that she gives you a big hug and a big kiss. She wants you to know love is eternal and that she is around you forever. You will never lose her. That's what she means by love is eternal. She loves you, and that's her personal message for you tonight, dear. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, love. God bless. Bye-bye. Okay, so let me come back to 111111. Hello, this is Laura. Who am I talking to? Hi, Jessica. Yes, I can hear you. I couldn't hear you before. I don't know if you noticed that. Did you notice I tried to get you before, but I didn't hear you answer. So it's Jessica, right? Okay, Jessica. But did you hear me? Did you hear me? Okay, did you hear me before? I'm just curious, honey. Oh, okay, all right. Gee. Okay, so there's a delay. Go ahead. All right, love. Do you have a question for me? Go ahead. I couldn't understand the first few words you said. You're trying to do something. Go ahead, say it again, honey.
I'm going to email someone.
Okay.
And it's information for them to correct the panel.
Okay. Sure. Okay, it's an invitation to correct the past. Give me the initials of the person you're emailing, please.
R for the first name and D for the last name.
R like in Roy and D like in dog. Rabbit, dog?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Yes, it will work out very well for you. There is a misunderstanding between the two of you that does definitely need to be ironed out. This person will not look negatively on the communication. Rather, this person will open up and be very happy that you took the first step, because this person does want to hear from you, does want you to open the conversation, and as well feels that if this person opened the conversation, it wouldn't have worked. It needed to be you wanting to do this, because it was you that had broken the line of communication to begin with. So it's important that you do this, Spirit says, for your own healing and happiness, because without this, you will have a question remaining about the situation, about whether it could have been healed, the woulda, coulda, shouldas, and also a feeling of, did I leave a stone unturned? You need to go through this so that you've put all aspects of yourself into it, so that you know that you did everything you could do to find closure and move forward. It's more for closure than for creating something new between the two of you. It gives a sense of closure to a situation that was dysfunctional at best. It will allow you to have closure and get from this. I hope that makes sense to you, love.
It makes perfect sense. Thank you. But I was feeling like I should do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's a good thing. It's, a lot of times we think, well, we can make it better, we can heal it if we write, but it's not to make it better or heal it. It's just to give you closure that you did everything you could do, and it will be a good healing for both of you. Your great grandmother. Wow, aren't you the rich one? Rich with which? Oh, let's see if we can get you. So Jessica, your area code is not 111. What is your area code to help you with vibration? Yeah. 604.
But I'm not from that area, I'm from the German area.
I just wanted to know one thing so I can tap into you a little bit better. That's all. Jessica, 60. I'll just use 604. Okay, Spirit, would you please provide for us a connection to the other side for Jessica, please, her great-grandmother. It's your great-great-grandmother or your great-grandmother?
Well, my great-great-grandmother comes to that's also interesting, but my great-grandmother.
All right, hold on. Spiritually, we're very alike. I'm going to give you more information on this, but I just pull her in through whatever starts coming in. She says, spiritually, you and I are very gifted as healers. We're very alike. You and I look very alike. And you and I are very caring individuals. We're spiritual individuals that have come to earth to help people with our hands and with our heart. We're very knowledgeable about the spirit world and how to communicate with others through love. You and I, grandma's, great-grandma's saying. She shows me, wow, was she like a medium or something, or a psychic herself? She seems like that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, perfect. Because she's saying all of that. She shows me herself seated in a circle of people potentially wanting to connect with spirit. I don't know if this actually happened, but I'm going to give you exactly what I'm getting. And there she is in a circle, and she looks amazed, like her mouth is hanging open. She does show me some features, okay? It looks like her coloring, maybe earlier in her life, her natural hair color looks like it was on the a lighter in hair color with a little bit of reddish undertone, so like a strawberry blondish brownish color. And she has a very straight nose and pretty little doe lips. She's got a roundish face. Would you understand that for great grandma, please? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know why. No. Okay. Well, I don't see that right now, but did she have a straightish nose, very straight nose, kind of pointed almost? Okay. All right. Well, I'm sharing with you what I'm getting here. So I see there is a reddish undertone to the hair. Okay. So I see her seated at a table like this. Have a bit of a reddish. All the people in your family have a bit of a reddish undertone to the hair. Okay. All right. Well, then it's not that that unusual. And so what she was showing me is maybe the hair looked lighter, and she did show me that underpinning of like a rustiness or reddishness. So maybe that's what I was seeing. So the visual, she's not coming in visually as well as that. What was that? What was that, honey?
I was going to say I love her.
Oh, okay.
When I was a kid, I looked at her.
Huh. Maybe. Okay. So I'm just going to share with you. So she's seated at a table as if doing a seance, and she looks amazed, her mouth hanging open. She's very excited about her gifts. She doesn't tell anybody about her gifts for a very, very long time. But in the end, she does mention some of them to you and other family members. She says your mother would know what I mean. Now, would you understand that, please?
My mom was
Oh. Okay, great. All right, perfect. So she says, I'm going to give you a personal message here, and then we'll have to move on. Take care of yourself, Jessica. Take care of your gifts. Don't listen to anyone but yourself about anything in life. Oh, that was the other thing she was showing me. There's a male under her. that you would have given somebody down the family, someone down the family line. I have a feeling you have a brother. Do you have a brother, honey? Yeah, and she's just showing me as evidence, love. The both of you take care of yourself, but you more importantly, she's addressing you right now. Take care of yourself. She says, love is in your heart. Love is in your body. Love is in your loins. She says, you're a beautiful, loving person. And I just want you to know how much I love you. And I'm trying to get something very specific. Wait a second. You're very gifted, she said. That's what you need to hear right now. Don't listen to anyone about your gifts. You have the gifts. Don't listen to anyone and don't give anything away for free anymore. Yeah. You need to know that because you are giving things away for free. She says, I'm sick and tired of you not using your gifts for money. She says, you can use them for money. You will heal people just as well. And you have to acknowledge it's a gift. The gift doesn't mean you don't charge for it. She loves you and gives you great, great hug. Okay, sweetie? God bless, love. Thank you, love. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, I want to thank everybody for calling in this evening. If you'd like a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com. And if you put radio show in the event code field, you will obtain a third more time for free. I look forward to working with you next week at the same time. Bye.
Blog Talk Radio.